Hello, my name is Matthew, and this is day 11 for Stories for My Friend in Quarantine. And I've mentioned before that I have a rooster that I take care of, and quite often you can hear the rooster crowing in the background. So I thought I would tell you the story of how that came to be. And I've also said before that I live in a tiny house on my friend's property. It's a large field on a sleepy little road, entirely surrounded by farmland. And there's crows and livestock all over. And one day I came home from work, and at the bottom of my driveway in the middle of the field, there stood a rooster. And it was so still that my first thought was that it was a lawn ornament until it moved. And upon its arrival, it stayed. For maybe a week or two, the rooster was just walking around the property and kind of being a nuisance. He wasn't very well liked. My friend wanted to get rid of him. The neighbors wanted to eat him. And I said if I got him a little coop and I took care of him, could I keep him on the property? And this was agreed upon. So one day my dad and I went out and we bought a rooster coop kit. And it's a panelized kit. And we spent the afternoon putting it together with not very much hassle. While we're doing this, my dad said, "How are you going to get the rooster into the coop?" And being a little bit coy, I said, "Well, there's no problem. As soon as it's built, the rooster will just naturally know to go into the coop." And of course, this is not the case. So after we finished construction, I spent the better part of an afternoon chasing a rooster. And this was at best a half-hearted attempt. First, I didn't want to completely terrify the rooster to the point where he just ran away. And second, I didn't actually want to catch him. I wouldn't know what to do if I did get my hands on him. So I gave up and came up with a new plan. I watched videos on how to catch a rooster. And if you don't know, it was much simpler than I would have imagined. When the sun sets, roosters and chickens are incredibly vulnerable, and they need to roost, and they become just totally docile. And so that's what I did. I waited till the sun set. I knew where he roosted. I had gloves on. And I went over and I grabbed him like a football. And then I ran over to the coop and I threw him in and shut the door. He stayed in there for a week. I wanted him to be acclimated. After the first probation period, I would let him out through the day. I would go to work. I would tell the rooster, "I'll take care of you when you're in the coop, but you're kind of on your own when you're outside of the coop. There's foxes around, various kind of animals." So we had an agreement, and so far he follows the rules of the household. As far as the name, some of the neighbors call him Richard or King Richard. At first, I was partial to calling him Otis, the town drunk from the Andy Griffith show, because Otis in the show always knew that when he got drunk, he would go directly to the jail cell himself. That name did not stick. My father calls him Rooster Cogburn from the True Grit movie, and the name that's probably most used is Rooster Cogburn. So unfortunately, just a rooster. Um, Something that gives this whole entire story just a little bit more of an ironic edge. When my brother was married, and I can't remember if he had one of his sons at that point, um, I was at a loss for a Christmas gift for him. And sort of as a practical joke, I bought a large rooster statue, and it was metallic, and it kind of jingled and jangled, and it was ugly. And I bought it because they had on the refrigerator a very small rooster magnet. And so Christmas morning, my brother and his wife open up this monstrosity, and the wife pretended to love it. My brother in private said, "Why?" And I said, "Well, you love roosters. You have that rooster magnet." And each Christmas, each holiday, I kept buying rooster paraphernalia. So a rooster cookie jar or rooster salt and pepper shakers. And they amassed like a whole collection of rooster items. I thought it was hilarious. Well, now I'm the one with the rooster. So yeah, not an incredibly exciting story, but um, at least now you know why you hear the crowing in the background. Um, Leave a comment if you would like, and thank you for watching, and take care.